Insider secret number 13, how any buyer can get a $100,000 guaranteed tax-free government bond when buying an average price $300,000 Northern Virginia house for sale. Sound too good to be true? Only if you're not privy to the closely guarded strategies of the real estate industry's top insiders. When interviewing wealthy experts and top industry insiders on my radio show, it's a prerequisite that any interviewee has to disclose at least one insider secret that will save big money for my real estate listeners on their own personal home purchase or their own personal home sale or home ownership. Well, before this particular show started, I had no idea that I was about to learn how just one insider technique would save over $100,000 for any home buyer on the average price Northern Virginia home. This technique can be a bit complex, so I'll simplify it for the sake of this brief explanation. When a typical home buyer purchases a home, they attempt to get a discount from the seller, 3%, 6%, whatever. So that on a $300,000 house, that could be $10,000 to maybe $25,000. But when an expert insider wants a deal, they don't go for discounts from the seller. They ask for an allowance for that same amount of money, yet they require that it be directed towards the purchase of a deeply discounted government bond, which will return them $100,000 over time. To use an illustration, let's assume that instead of asking the seller for a $20,000 discount on a $300,000 home, that buyer would ask the seller to direct that same $20,000 towards the purchase of a deeply discounted government bond that has a maturity value of a solid $100,000, and it's a tax-free bond. You see, if you know where to go and the types of bonds to buy, anybody can buy a $100,000 government bond for only $20,000. Then when the bond actually fully matures 20 to 30 years from now, you will get all $100,000 and you get it all tax-free. That would be like earning $150,000 before tax for most people. So effectively, the home buyer who just bought the $300,000 home, they bought it for $200,000. Because no matter what, when that bond matures, that home buyer gets all $100,000 tax-free, even if they don't own the same house anymore. Now, you can find out more about how we're currently using insider strategies learned from my real estate radio show to save home buyers and homeowners literally tens of thousands of dollars on their home and their financing every day, right here in Northern Virginia. Just check out my free live online webinar at www.homebuyerinsidesecrets.com. That's homebuyerinsidersecrets.com. You can also get all of these insider techniques applied to your own personal home purchase and by using a free insider access homebuyer savings program, and you actually get a minimum guaranteed savings of $25,000 to $50,000. And the best part is we guarantee you at least $25,000 or more with my exclusive strategies, but the service is no cost to you at all. Go to novahomesavings.com and find out why even other realtors and other lenders actually use me as their buyer broker on their own personal home buying transactions instead of relying on themselves. That's www.novahomesavings.com.